What's up, plant lovers? Devin is here, and today we're going to be talking about hardy geranium. You know, there's an old saying in the world of horticulture that if you don't know what to plant somewhere, plant a geranium. And of course, we're talking about hardy geraniums from the genus Geranium, not to be confused with the red and pink flowered pelargoniums that many of us grow as container plants in the summertime. Hardy geraniums, on the other hand, are perennials that are typically hardy down to around the zones 4 or 5, then can be grown all the way to mostly zones 8, some in zones 9. But they're a wonderful herbaceous perennial, and they produce tons of these beautiful pinks and purple flowers, depending on which variety you have growing. Now, I'm here at the beginning of June, and as you can see, some of my geraniums are starting to get a little bit long in the tooth. So in this video, I'm gonna first show you guys how to shear them back so that you can encourage fresh new foliage to emanate from your plant over the following weeks. And then I'm also going to show you how to divide your hardy geraniums in case you have one that you absolutely love and you wanna create more of it. So first, let me show you guys how to shear them back. All right, it's very simple. You really just take some nice clean sharp shears like this and just cut them back to, I would say, like 3 to 4 inches. And this is particularly helpful if you have varieties that are getting a little bit tall, a little bit leggy, leaving some gaps in the middle. By cutting it back like this, over the next month or so, this will quickly refill out and make a nice new, more compact growth so that this can start to look nice and well kempt again. So now, one of the pros and cons of doing this is that you will be eliminating the opportunity for your geraniums to set seed and spread naturally. So that could be a pro for you. If you don't want them to set seed, it's important to shear them back after they have finished flowering to avoid them creating that seeds. But if you do like them to create seeds and just spread naturally, this is something that you do not want to do. Now, if you do want to shear them back, to avoid the opportunity for seeds to be created, but you still want to have some nice top growth. Alternatively, you can just cut off, you know, the top few inches of maybe 6 or maybe like 4 to 6 inches or so of that top growth. That will remove all of those spent flowers, but it's also going to retain a little bit more stature and structure in your garden beds rather than having kind of a blank hole in the garden bed for the coming month. Now you know 2 ways to easily shear your plants back according to your desires. Both ways will encourage new formation of foliage, and typically, depending on the varieties, both will also have an opportunity to rebloom in the next couple months. All right, so over here you can see this variety. These 2 ones right here are really nice clump forming varieties. I wish I knew which cultivars they were. They were just kind of handed to me and I planted them to see how they would do, and I really like these ones. So what I want to show you guys now is how we can go about dividing specific plants that you absolutely love and adore. So the first thing to do is to do a nice shear back like that first style, the more heavy shear back. Now it's important to do that so that you can expose the entirety of this crown where the plant is growing from. And now that you can see where all that growth is emanating from, it's really just as simple as trying to find a central point and then taking a hand trowel and just kind of doing a nice little division just through that middle section. Trying to go nice and deep, cutting right through the middle. And I think I'll divide this one out right here. Okay, so here you can see, beautiful. We have roots coming out here and we have top growth coming out here. That means that this is a successful division. Every division needs to have underground growth as well as top growth in order to be viable. And you also want to make sure that what you left in here also has roots and top growth as well. So, looks pretty good. And from here, we'll just cover this guy back up like this. and then we'll go ahead and replant this. And as you can see, I have a little gap in my garden bed right here in between this creeping Jenny. I think putting this right here should be a perfect little situation. So we'll scoot the mulch over off to the side, and we'll continue to make a nice little hole in the ground. And we want to make sure that we plant this at the right height so that the crown is sitting just at the soil level like how it was before. So we'll tuck those roots in. If you have any chunks of soil, just break them up a little bit. And then we'll bring that mulch back. And then the final piece of the puzzle is to water both the section that we dug away from and the new section as well. Give it a nice, good drink of water. It's just gone through a lot of stress. We do not want those exposed roots to be drying out at all. And that's pretty much it. Now you know how to shear back your geraniums 2 different ways, as well as divide your hardy geraniums to increase the amount of plant life in your garden beds. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful, enjoyable, and to the point. If so, make sure to give it a little like, and don't forget, subscribe to our channel. We're always bringing new plant-related content every single week. All right, guys, I'll catch you soon. Ciao.